from the internet. This is the deal. Some schools should punish cyberbullying that occurs outside of school? You know, this team says agree. And look at them. They're all ready to go. They're standing up and they're like, "You guys are in trouble." All right, now you're sitting. No, I'm just kidding. All right, you guys on the audience. Here's a survey. You all can fill this out and decide whether or not you decide which team won the debate. It says here, do any arguments, made you reconsider this opinion? And who won the debate? Team agree or team disagree? You're not voting for who you agree with. You're voting for the team that made the best argument. Okay? I tell you what, so it looks like you're going to come to the podium first, right? Everybody, or both of you, give her a big hand. Okay, she comes up to the podium here, all right? There we go. All right. There we go. It's all covered up.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. This is the Arbory team. My name is Mariana Martinez. Mariana Silva. And so today we will defend the stand that schools should punish cyberbullying that occurs outside their premises. I can imagine that everyone here has heard of cyberbullying, but do you know, can you pass the next slide?
You got it.
So do you know that according of a study to the cyberbullying research center, 37% of young people have been victims of cyberbullying at least once in their life. And now imagine being part of that percentage. Receiving hateful messages at night, waking up to insults on social media, and then having to face to the same victims the next day at school. So cyberbullying has no boundaries. It happens outside the classroom, and but its effects are deeply felt inside. So causing anxiety, depression, and even the loss of lives.
Wow.
So schools should the schools ignore it just because it happened beyond their walls? The answer is of course no. So in this debate, we will demonstrate why it's crucial for the schools step in and take action in these cases. They have to ensure to the families and of course the children a safe and a healthy environment.
What is the cyberbullying? What is the cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is a form of harassment. It's happening in online, such as on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and the text message and forums. And it can include insults, spread false rumors. We can see some groups like people LGBT or obese people have suffered harassment about their situation. Even they have shared private information, and unlike the traditional bullying, cyberbullying has no physical limits, no have limits, and it can happen anytime, making hard for the victim to escape. And is important to the schools made the oh my gosh, the punish, yes, the people the duty about other students.
Okay. Next one. You got it? All right.
Hello guys, I hope you enjoy and learn from our presentation. I want to start in pointing out who are the target of cyberbullying. First, the student shows that girls are more likely than boys to be victims of cyberbullying. Then, about half of LGBTQ plus students experience online harassment. For both groups, I think factors. The third group are disabled students and students with different cultures or ethnicity. What happens? Well, we know the internet, but especially in social media like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, even Facebook. Mm, the nowadays it's almost impossible being without our cell phones. We use we use them for texting or making phone calls or using maps, but school students sometimes make irresponsible use of social media, and that leads to cyberbullying and hurts people's integrity. And when that happens, the consequence can be horrible. There's a study from the National Center for Education Statistics that found 24% of students who were cyberbullied showed symptoms of depression, anxiety. Also, victims can experience significant social isolation and feel unsafe. That can lead to emotional and physical harm, feelings of shame and anxiety at school, loss of concentration and learning difficulties. In addition, 13% of students miss school because they are afraid of being attacked again. As well, higher risk of suicide.
Okay, cool. Got it? All right. You have about 2 minutes left.
I
Wanna save it for later?
saved it.
Okay, not a problem.
No,
Yep.
can you?
Do you want to go to the next one and keep talking? Not a problem.
No, the other one.
Next one?
Yes, thank
Right
you.
there, the next.
Okay, so now a very important topic for this is what do the experts think. We want to know what the teachers, the students, and of course the parents think about. And they think that the role of the schools in teaching values and good behavior is essential for shaping responsible, respectful, and empathetic individuals. You know that your kids spend a lot of hours in the school, like 6, 7, even 8 hours. So the moment that you spend in the school is very significant. So in that place, they have to learn about moral and ethical development. They also have to learn about socialize and how to solve different conflicts, because it's normal, the conflicts. And the teachers need to prevent the negative behaviors, because again, all the things that you learn in this environment have a long-term impact.
I will talk about the school responsibility. Even though the cyberbullying happens outside the school, the effects are felt in the classrooms. Students who are bullied online often struggle socially, emotionally, and academically. When school fails to respond to certain cases, their reputation, the school, can suffer. And parents and community expect them help students. It's important to know the school that punish cyberbullying, even when it's happening outside outside school, show that they care about students' safety. It's important to school have this policy to protect the students. And we show some effective action the school can be take to protect students. Our group talk and we think is create behavior policies that address harmful online actions, work with social media platform and authorities to monitor and stop serious cases. It provides mental health support for victims and the running awareness programs for students. It's important not only combat this cyberbullying, but também offer to student a support because some students have problems in the classroom, and the school reputation is important.
Okay, time's up there. Okay, all right, let's all
It's
see.
perfect.
Let's get. It looks like you got more stuff to show.
Yes,
You-
but that's
You did it?
Yes.
You did it in 7 minutes? Oh my god, okay, alright, yeah. So normally I have a little timer up here, but I was watching the clock and all the while listening to you there. Okay, alright, hey, give him a big hand, everybody. Wow. Alright, you made very well organized. I'm gonna say you made a very good case why this is serious and specific things that the school should do. That was the last thing you were showing at the end. Okay, now y'all, we're gonna have, this team will have 7 minutes to make their case that maybe cyberbullying should. Here, I'm gonna put this up here and then.
Can I make a comment?
Oh, not yet, not yet. Well, we're gonna do. You can when it's your time. You can use your team can use the 7 minutes to use part of the 7 minutes to go up there and say something. Your turn. Okay. So team disagree. Here you go. You have a total of 7 minutes and however you want to do it. Anytime you want.
Should I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, team B, and we definitely disagree with the team A opinion. So we have a different view of a thing. As a school, we know that the school has only one role. I mean, not only one, but the school cannot control everything that happens outside of school. So the main objective or the main mission of the school is to teach and and educate the people. So what happened outside the school cannot fight against it. So cybersecurity is something. Cyberbullying is something that happened outside the school, and I think that school does have knowledge of everything that happened outside. So we know that everybody has a free speech. It means like students have the right to express themselves online, and punishing them for what they say outside of school might limit their freedom. Yeah, outside of school control, school can only control what happened at school. Trying to punish things that happen outside of school can be too much. But to be fair, it's tough for schools to monitor online behavior fairly and consistently, especially when it's happened off campus. And then we know that parents should have handled it. So because cyberbullying outside of school should be something that parents take care of, not school. Yeah. And school cannot play two roles, because the school only can teach and educate. What happens outside is not the school responsibility.
Your team can continue there if you want to.
Hi everybody. I need to talk for I have the three regions about the cyberbullying in my group. The first region is hard to be fair. That's this point is taught for the school to monitor online behavior fairly and consistently, and especially when it's happening of the campus. And the second one is parents should handle it. That point is the second point is very important, because the parents need to check every time when the student go outside in the school, because that is the responsibility for the parent, no in the school. And the green one and the three one is privacy issues. In the school, may have to look at a student private and online message to using and cyberbullying with code invade their privacy. The cyberbullying sometimes have sometimes not have the physical limit and can help at any time and making it hard for victims to escape. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna follow my team about why we disagree the cyberbullying. Why we disagree the punishment of cyberbullying outside the school. I think it's too much asking for the school, especially for the teachers. The teachers, they are giving everything. They are giving their time. Most of the time, they are doing more what they are asked for. So to ask them again to look after students outside the school, I think it's too much asking for them. The parents, they have a big role to play on this cyberbullying. We all know it's not an easy thing, and it can affect mentally, and it can go on the long term for the student. But it's not the role of the school to punish the cyberbullying. And sometimes we have here students, if the school take the initiative to punish the student, sometimes they feel like they have no privacy because they are outside the school. What they're gonna think, I'm outside the school, why my teacher is following me, and you know what I mean? I'm outside the school, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I don't want to be oppressed, I don't want to be, I'm not my mom. So, yes, kind of. And I think also the teacher and the school, especially the teachers, they should be more focused on teaching, they are not here to educate or give second education for the students, and this is definitively the role of the parents who do that.
Okay, give a hand, everybody. Yeah! First of all, yeah, what? So make sure that you can only see me. Y'all really don't want to be on the internet if you don't want to be. All right, so y'all seeing the debates for the first time, and what we just finished is a 7-minute segment. This team over here had 7 minutes to make their opening arguments. Now this team had 7 minutes to make their opening arguments, and now we're gonna open up the podium here for some. Be careful if you. Oh, okay. If you guys put a laptop on this, it may not be very steady. So, anyway, what they're gonna do is refute some of the things they said over here, and so. Oh yeah. By the way, we're gonna try this. I don't want to say cyber. It's just like the word cycle. That's a long I sound. Some of y'all are saying cyber. Some of y'all are saying cyber. That's okay. Not a big deal, but it's cyber bullying. Oh-ho, I sound. Anyway, no big deal. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. I'll let y'all have 5 minutes, and then you can. Yeah, I like how y'all are engaging with the audience, making it conversational. I like to do that too. Yeah, y'all can. Oh, yeah, go ahead. You're up. You're up. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Give her a big hand, everybody. It's Mrs. Tracy. It's hard to speak in front of people. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Well, I think why schools have the responsibility of punish or penalize cyberbullying even out of schools. Well, I want to give an example. When we saw about the laws of Trump, the Trump's laws about deportations and immigrants and all that stuff. There was in TikTok a viral video, and when a woman, she said like, "Oh, I'm happy that about deportations, and I don't care about if families are getting separated or if I go to schools. I don't care. I'm happy." And then we know that the company where she was working give her penalization, and she got fired. I think the company, the main factor maybe was they want to care of her reputation, and it's the same with the schools, because if parents saw they children go to a bad schools or something, the schools lost their reputation.
Okay. All right. Did you want to use the PowerPoint? Is that what you're telling me? This right here?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Here. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard a lot of the disagree team that it's too much, but we also have the future generation is a teamwork. It's a work with the parents and it's a work of the schools. I can see that in the audience we have a lot of moms, and I can imagine that the most important thing for the moms is the kids. You want a safe place for them, and of course protect them. You are like a lion moms. So, so what do you want for your kids? Your kids could be a good boy with good values only in your home or also outside your home. What do you want? That your kid be in a safe place only in your house or even in the other environment like the school, that again the kids spend a lot of times and a lot of hours in the school. So many of the attackers of cyberbullying had been victims of bullying, of course the cyberbullying, and cyberbullying can push students into deep isolation. So when schools is not only harassment, they overlook a serious warning signs. So schools need to support the victims and prevent violence. So putting cyberbullying is not just about discipline, it's about saving life. This problem is very big and must in this country.
Yes. He said the work of school is limited and what happened inside the school. But we cannot say that the work of school was limited what happened in school walls, because the conduct of a student outside of schools affect the reputation of the school. A student must respect the school policy and rules, and when he cyberbullies another old student outside of school, he is disrespecting the school policy and rules. The school needs to take action regarding this. It's important to know the school has rules and the policy is the student need to respect this. And when students break the rules, the school and outside the school is necessary to take action.
Okay, fair enough. You all done? Hey, you're all done within 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, thanks for the heads up. the clapping. Okay, now this team will have 5 minutes to come up here and say something if you want. Okay, here he comes. I want to get your face. Yeah, there you go. And let me turn that off there. Okay, here we go. And 5 minutes, whatever you want.
Yeah, one of the reasons that we are here to disagree with this issue is like school cannot control what happens online. They cannot, because cyberbullying can happen on social media. So the this is something that school cannot monitor. Like how can I say, they cannot monitor with much resources. You know, the school, it might just hear from somebody or somewhere. So cybersecurity and cyberbullying happens in confined places. Like how can I say it, is a online where messages are not like from total access of the school, you know. So I can say that the punishing could make things worse. Yeah, if school punish students for online bullying that happens outside the school, the student might not reporting the student might not report bullying because they'll be afraid of getting in trouble. This could be make it harder to stop bullying. Yeah. So this role, it is not something that school would do like effectively. You know, yeah, it would take like it would waste much time for the school to find out how is the problem and try to resolve the problem. So the principal, the main role of the school is teaching and make sure that everybody is learning correctly, and that's it. What happened outside of school is not going to be a school role.
Oh, you got it.
I have just two, I wrote two small remarks, what the other group they were saying. Mariana, you said earlier you were talking. I'm gonna give like global overview. My global overview, you were talking about cyberbullying outside the class, outside the class, outside the class. It's not outside the class, it's outside the school, the whole school. It's not just outside the class.
Okay.
And that's very important because when it's outside the class, it's in the backyard or wherever. Yeah, I agree with you. The teacher or the school has to punish. But when here we are not talking about outside the class. We are talking about outside the school. So they have nothing with this. And something else that I noticed, you gave a lot of examples, and you describe a lot cyberbullying. What is it? But you didn't give how I say that. You describe a lot like what is cyberbullying and stuff, but you didn't give any good argument why should the school punish it. And it's happening outside the school. You gave like a lot of information about cyberbullying, but you didn't give argument that why should we punish the cyberbullying inside the school. Third example, you are so you gave like a lot of argument, you gave like a lot of information, statistic, but you didn't give the reason. What is our main subject about that,
okay.
you know? And excuse me, you gave example with Trump and the schools, which is just hilarious because two big different things. We are not comparing the schools or the reputation of the school. We are talking about how do we agree, how do we agree about the school if they punish the cyberbullying when it's happening outside the school. We are not talking about the reputation of the school. It's not our subject.
Pretty sick.
And again, like you were saying, like you were talking a lot about parents. So I think in a part, we, both of us, we disagree, like we should not punish students, the school should not punish students outside the school. Because you talked a lot about parents, so you gave the answer for yourself, and it's the role of the parents to do it.
Okay, all right. All right, cool. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, we finished up now.
No, it's
So-
a conclusion, right?
Right, you're about to start that in just a second, but I was just gonna, okay, hey, everybody. First of all, while it's still fresh in my brain, I was gonna give a little comments. Both teams are really well prepared, and yeah, nice, that was the idea, you're trying to like respond to very specific things that they're saying over there. By the way, I think, like, outside the classroom, outside the school, I think that means the same thing, but I like that you were listening carefully to what they were saying. Good try. No, I love it, it's very confrontational. Okay, so now we're gonna open it up to, yes, absolutely, we're gonna open it up to, have a summary. You guys out in the audience, start thinking about questions you'd like to ask the people in the debate team, and we'll open it for Q&A after they finish these closing remarks. All right, 2 minutes. All right, go ahead.
So, if we remember in the first part of our presentation, we explained why cyberbullying, and of course, you know that cyberbullying is something that happened, of course, because it's about devices, happen outside the school. But the most important thing is that its effects enter the classroom, harming students' mental health and safety. And ignoring it has led to tragedies like suicides and school shootings. So in conclusion, we live in a society and we must think as a group, because it's the best thing for our future as a society, and we have to think about a teamwork. So cyberbullying doesn't stop outside the school, and its effects again enter in the classroom.
Yes, and like she said, if schools care about their reputation, and they care also about their students, they should or they might working in developing strategies to control or make less that impact in their students. And I did give an example trying to simplify for your understanding why is important to punish, or not punish, but maybe penalize the cyberbullying.
Okay.
The school main task is to teach, yes, and this is important. But the school needs to guide students about the harm caused by the cyberbullying and the consequences for those who practice it. In the same way that if you commit a crime, you will suffer the consequences, students need to understand that content cyberbullying is a crime, and this practice has consequences.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. Team over here, you guys have 2 minutes. Whoever would like to speak, all you're doing is summarizing if you want to. Whoever would like to speak with it. Everything there. You don't have to say anything new. You can just summarize it. You want someone want to do it. All right. And
So in conclusion, we can while cyberbullying is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Schools should not be responsible for punishing behavior that occurs outside their jurisdiction. So it's unfair to expect school to control online interaction, and doing so could lead to misunderstanding.
Yeah.
So misunderstanding. Yeah. It could discourage students to seeking for help and waste valuable resources. So instead, schools should focus on education, teaching students to be respectful and responsible online. Parents and law enforcement should play a more significant role in handling cyberbullying outside of school hours. So school, as we said, school cannot control everything that is not under their jurisdiction. So school doesn't have this role. This is for parents. This is for others, like how can I address this? Instead of being school, there is people responsible for this kind of punishment. So school need to teach, to have students to understand what is their purpose, and not trying to waste time doing something that they couldn't do, like with much much can I say there's a lack of word, but I can try much of effectiveness, like yeah, the school could not do it effectively. So if they tried, they would like not do it the way it would like it would be like yes.
All right. Okay, good man. All right. Y'all, so the first time y'all seen this, I just wanted to give you all a taste of what like a debate might be like with trying to speak publicly with a time limit. Yeah, I think that might even come into play whenever you guys go into the business class, because you have to do a presentation. You only have a certain amount of time. I can see y'all are very prepared with a lot of slides and a lot of great arguments. And nice anecdotes you included there about Trump. I'm not quite sure how that connected, but I think that was always a great idea to include some sort of anecdote about, it's a human thing. It may be very persuasive. Yeah. And I like how confrontational you guys. You said it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, y'all. So I'll open it up. Quick Q&A. Anybody want to ask a question or say something? Okay, Ms. Fernanda. Fernanda, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I think that it's difficult when you have a stance about some topic, because you have your own arguments. For this case, for example, I have my arguments to be in any state, but I want to know if for team agree how could schools, because I am thinking about my children.
Right.
For me, it's important that the school could cover another spaces like outside the school. But I am thinking about how schools could do that.
Logistically. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Practically.
I think y'all covered it slightly in your presentation a little bit, right? Toward the end, I think you were pointing out like that it wasn't covered, but
We put in the
Yeah, maybe if they to try to recognize the harm of the victims or something like that.
after the fact, after it happens.
Maybe with the person who make the bully, maybe
It's alright. Yeah, other people guys have counseling or something.
yes, so.
Yeah, therapy. That's the idea. Okay, cool. Alright, anyway. Alright. Cool. I don't know. Yeah, after the fact, yeah, some sort of counseling. Alright, anybody else want to weigh in? Kids,
Actually, I love the way of your explanation, but I'm with team disagree.
Ooh, okay.
Because the kids must to respect the school and teachers, and actually they have free time to spend with their parents, with their friends, and I don't want exactly say do what they want, but if the school was 24 hours, like some pensions, you send your kids to them, they study, they sleep there, 24 hours, be inside the school, your point was right.
Yeah.
But is the huge investment for the countries or government to put for the school to control the kids, and it's not possible because they need free time to do something. And I think much better divide. A school do teach them there's some responsibilities, and the parents control, because if the students by the controlling disrespect the teachers, they never learn anything.
Sure.
This
Fair
is
I'm just kidding. So all of y'all know, and people on the internet, people
So,
that were watching. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
No.
No, it's interesting that you say they have free time, they need to do something, but when you are hurting other people's integrity, I think, the schools have that responsibility, but also the parents, because they control their kids, or what are you teaching them. to do with their free time?
Because this is the responsibility of parents. A
Yes.
school has responsibility for teach them. But if the school teach them the correct way and the parents control them much better than the school control, because a school cannot. They can hide. They can hide.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
And for example, I think that sometimes the solution is not easy, but for that reason, we can give up. And for example, I know that maybe can meet what, but the school needs to be a safe place for their students. So it's so sad, but if you read the news, a lot of school shootings or suicides
Right.
is because their dad, even the dad didn't know nothing about the problems in the internet.
Good point.
So, for example, if someone calls to you that your kid has involved in a school shooting, that he was a victim, you can say, oh no, it's only the fault of the father because the father needs to solve the problem of their kids.
Because many these problems comes from the base of the families,
Yes, of course. But not for that reasons, the schools need to hide the problem and don't do that.
Let me see an example. Me and you studied in LIT.
Yes.
I think is have a group the other country example, and we need we and you with other students together start to cyberbullying the other student of the other country, and they share in the internet, and the LIT can see all the student, the level 8 is they are cyberbullying the other student. Older student maybe don't want to study in LIT because the LIT permits cyberbullying between in the student.
Oh, yes.
So it's important the LIT conversation with us is not as you can't is the rules of the school you can cyberbully the other
Yeah,
student.
you're right. And as I said, schools can teach them, a school can teach them the right way and correct ways, but they cannot control.
No
Because
control, but you can punish. Or if you continue, you get to
Because-
cyberbullying. You cannot study here. Or you respect the rules, or you as put
Okay.
Good. I'm gonna
you
you
sure?
make these comments over here, and then we'll
I
wrap it
just
up.
want to make a small comment. You are giving example with LIT. In LIT, we are all adults, right? And if something happens, cyberbullying between students inside the school, between students from the school, it's gonna be another match. But how about if students from LIT get cyberbullying from, we don't know this person.
Yes.
How LIT they gonna go and say, oh, we have to punish the person that they are
Yeah,
that's
that's a good point.
cyberbullying me, you know?
They're
So-
anonymous.
No, but
Anonymous, yeah, right.
when it's in the same school, I think the schools
That makes sense.
have the responsibility
Yes.
because when it's sad, but sometimes cyberbullying leads to like suicides or
Yes.
extreme cases.
Yes.
So when you saw that when you see that in the news, the first thing that appears is the name of the school. So they lose their good reputation, and future students, parents of future students from that school, they might think, oh, I don't want my kid in that school because they just have to teach the maths or science or something like that. The schools things.
And cyberbullying happens
But
normally happen the same school. It's difficult to you see the students cyberbully the normally but normally it is the same school.
All right.
also
Okay, y'all. We're gonna end it, y'all. I'm glad that this.